Hi everyone, welcome another video lecture. This is the physiology portion of MRCS question solve. A question: a 25 years old man is shot in the abdomen and hemorrhage. Which of the following substances will produce vasoconstriction in a response of this process? That means a 25 years old man shot up the abdomen. That means it is the acute emergency condition and a hemorrhage develops. So it is an acute emergency condition. We have to find out which substances below causes vasoconstriction in this condition, because due to hemorrhage there is reduction of the cardiac blood volume and cardiac output. So we have to increase blood volume level and increase the cardiac output. For this condition vasoconstriction occur and more blood uh, recycled by the heart. Here the options are renin, angiotensin 1, angiotensin 2, aldosterone, and none of the above. So we have to find out on of the chemical substances which cause vasoconstriction in case of acute surgical condition or acute emergency condition. Here are the options: when there is the hemorrhage in this condition, blood pressure drop. So first of all, blood pressure drop. So when blood pressure drop, their cardiac output less, so less of the blood reaches in the kidney. And here we can see when the blood pressure in the kidney vessel reduce, in this condition renin secretion occurs. So renin is released from the kidney, and this renin then goes to the circulation. That means in the blood, and in blood there is preform angiotensinogen. Here we can see the preform angiotensinogen released from the liver. So from the liver release angiotensinogen, and this angiotensinogen is always ready in the blood. And when renin reacts with angiotensinogen, then angiotensinogen 1 is converted into the angiotensin 1 in the blood. So when renin it contacts with angiotensinogen, angiotensinogen converts into the angiotensin 1 by the renin in the blood. Then the angiotensin circulates and goes to the lungs. When it goes to the lungs, the angiotensin 1 is converted to angiotensin 2, and this angiotensin 1 is converted angiotensin 2 by an important substance, which is the angiotensin converting enzyme. It present in the lung all time. So angiotensin converting enzyme present in the lung, it converts angiotensin 1 into angiotensin 2. So from renin, or from fall of the blood pressure to conversion of angiotensin 2, it follows three important organs. One is the kidney, then liver, then lung. So first of all, from the kidney renin release, and from the liver angiotensinogen release, and from the lungs angiotensin converting enzyme release, and finally angiotensin 2 is produced. And when angiotensin 2 is produced, it has important function. First of all, here we can see it causes vasoconstriction and increase blood supply to the heart, and finally increases the blood pressure. Second, here we can see the angiotensin 2, it may also cause the salt and water retention. It also cause the salt and water retention. Then it also cause aldosterone release, and this aldosterone it also retention of salt. So another so action of the aldosterone, also the retention of the salt. So angiotensin 2 it causes vasoconstriction, it causes salt and water retention, and it release aldosterone, which is also responsible for salt and water retention, and also it causes sympathetic activity. So these four important works are done by this angiotensin 2, and this angiotensin 2 is very important for any type of the body action in acute and chronic case also. And in this picture here you can see this is the hypertension and hypovolemia in the same condition. And in the left side here we can see the renal hypoperfusion, low apparent arterial pressure, and decreased sodium chloride delivery to the macula densa, and it causes release of the renin. Here we can see the release of the renin. So here the renin, it comes into blood and it converts the angiotensinogen into angiotensin 1, and when angiotensin 1 reaches in the lungs, it is converted by the angiotensin converting enzyme, and finally production of angiotensin 2. And here we can see the function of angiotensin 2. It is vasoconstriction, increase sympathetic nervous system activity, aldosterone release, increase sodium absorption, endothelial dysfunction, and prothrombin effect also. Now the renin, it does not cause vasoconstriction. Renin is a hormone which is released by the kidney, but it is not responsible for vasoconstriction. It goes to the blood and it converts angiotensinogen into angiotensin 1. Then angiotensin 1 is biologically inactive. That means the angiotensin 1, when it produced, it circulates in the blood, but it has no biologically action on our body. Then you can say the aldosterone, it will increase blood pressure but does not have direct effect on the vasospastic or vasopressor effect. So it is not a vasoconstrictor. That means the aldosterone, it acts on distal convoluted tubule and collecting duct of the nephron of the kidney, and it increases reabsorption of the sodium and water from the distal convoluted tubule and collecting duct, and finally it increases blood volume and blood pressure. So our answer is now ready, that the which of the following substances will produce vasoconstriction. Here we can see it is the angiotensin 1. Angiotensin 1 is the substances which causes constriction of the vessel and increases the blood pressure. Other option here, such as the renin, angiotensin 1, aldosterone, they are not responsible for this. Thank you.